Most people think they're bad with money, but that's not true. You're not broke because you're lazy. You're broke because your brain is working exactly as it was designed to, and once you understand this, you'll start seeing every financial mistake you've ever made differently. You tell yourself, I need more discipline. I just need to save more. I'll start next month. But somehow, it never changes. Not because you don't care, not because you're not trying, but because you're fighting something you don't even see, your brain. Every financial decision you make is influenced by invisible psychological forces, and they're quietly controlling your life. Thousands of years ago, money didn't exist. Your brain evolved to survive, to avoid danger, to seek immediate rewards, to focus on today, not 30 years from now, saving money, investing, delaying gratification. These are unnatural behaviors for your brain. So when you spend money impulsively, you're not failing, you're being human. Think about the last time you bought something you didn't really need. It didn't start with logic, it started with a feeling. You saw something, and your brain released dopamine, not when you bought it, but when you imagined having it. That's the trap. You're not buying the product, you're buying the feeling. And once your brain connects spending with feeling good, it starts chasing that feeling again, and again, and again, and again. That's why you overspend. That's why budgets don't last. That's why regret always comes later, because your brain prioritizes now over later, every single time. There's a pattern most people live in without realizing it. I'll enjoy now and fix everything later. But later never comes, because the same brain that created the problem is the one expected to fix it. And it doesn't. It repeats. Spend, regret, promise, repeat. Not because you're weak, but because your brain avoids discomfort, it avoids effort, it avoids uncertainty, it avoids anything that doesn't give an immediate reward, so it chooses what feels good now, even if it hurts you later. But your decisions aren't only influenced by your brain, they're influenced by other people. You see someone traveling, someone buying new things, someone living a better life, and suddenly something changes inside you. You feel behind, even if you were fine before. Now there's pressure, and your brain wants to remove that feeling as fast as possible. So what does it do? It spends, not because you need something, but because you want to feel like you're not falling behind. It's not about money anymore. It's about identity. Now here's something even deeper. What if your financial mistakes aren't really mistakes? What if they're the result of an environment designed to make you spend? Everything today is built for convenience. One click to buy, cards instead of cash. Endless ads showing you what you need. You think you're rich? Check your bank. You keep finding new purchases to pay every time. You're constantly being triggered, and over time, it feels normal. You don't question it, you just participate without realizing how much control you've lost. So how do you break this? Not with discipline, not with forcing yourself to change overnight, but with awareness. Start noticing your behavior. When you feel the urge to spend, pause. Ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? What am I trying to get from this? Because it's rarely about the thing. It's about the emotion behind it. Stress, boredom, insecurity, comparison. Once you see that clearly, you stop reacting automatically. And you start choosing intentionally. You were never bad with money. You were just never taught how your mind works. And once you understand that, everything begins to change. Not instantly, but deeply and permanently. If this changed the way you see money, then don't let it stop here, because in the next video, we're going even deeper. We'll break down why you keep making the same money mistakes over and over again. And more importantly, how to finally stop. So if you don't want to stay stuck in the same cycle, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.